hope that you guys can forgive the chaotic nature of this video today, but I've had some videos that didn't quite pan out in time, and I didn't want to completely scrap some of the footage that I've been collecting over the last couple of months. So I thought I would patch together a whole video for you guys that includes not only books but some merch as well. And so yeah, if the things don't really flow very well, that's the reason why, because everything was sort of collected in snippets over the last few months. So please forgive the choppiness of the video, but enjoy. I'm coming to you from the floor, and if you're a certified floor gremlin like I am, just as a side note, because even though I'm definitely nowhere in the sphere of ever being sponsored, but I just bought a mellow mat from Neptune Blanket, and it is like the best thing ever. I've just been laying on this floor for the last half an hour planning to film this little haul for you guys, but I have this mellow mat. It's like a thick, like made to look like a rug mat, and it is so soft. I just love sitting on the floor. It's something I used to do a lot as a kid, and I feel like I just never grew out of it. And so I bought this for me. It's designed, I think, more so for like a living room with kids, you know, if you've got kids that play in. But yeah, this thing is so soft, and it's only like an inch thick, but it is so soft to sit on. I literally just laid down and was there for the last half an hour. So anyway, if you like to sit on the floor, I would definitely check them out, and they do a lot of good sales throughout the year, so you can definitely get a good bargain like I did. The only bad thing though is I was just laying and looking up at the ceiling and realized how gross my ceiling actually is, but I feel like that's just part and parcel of a build a great house these days. So yeah. That's the one negative, but it's not even about the mat. Anyway, so I thought I'd start this part of the video off with a mini haul. I went shopping this morning. We checked out Kmart, Target, and Big W. And normally I don't do too much shopping for books, like for brand new books. A lot of the times I will try and wait and see if I can find things secondhand, or just maybe buy the ebook to see if I like it first. But I just really felt like I wanted to check out some new books. There's a lot of new books out at the moment that I really want to read, and I thought I'd pick up a few for myself. And so I checked out Kmart first just to see if they had any sales or clearances for books that I wanted, but they had I think it's called The Things Gods Break or something. So the second book in the Abigail Owen series. I have both the first and second book as an ebook. I missed out on buying the first book when it came on clearance, and I was debating whether I wanted to get the second book, but ultimately I didn't end up getting it because I haven't seen the first one around for a while, so I feel like they might end up republishing them in the smaller trade paperback books. And so I don't want to have odd books unless I'm buying them secondhand for like $1 or $2. So I didn't end up getting that one. And then I went to Target next, and I just missed out on a physical copy of Silver Elite. They had them down to $1, which is crazy. And they had a few in there not long ago for about $10. And I kind of just missed when they dropped their price right down. They did have them, or do have them, in stock online, but the delivery itself is $9. So in the end, I'm kind of like, I don't think it's worth it for me when I do actually own that one as an ebook as well. And I haven't read it yet. So if I could have found it for $1, I would have picked it up. But for $10, it's still pretty cheap. But yeah, I figure if they've sold them out for $1, I'll start probably seeing them at the op shop coming up soon anyway, for those that have bought it for that price, and then end up wanting to keep it or don't like it. So I didn't end up getting anything I didn't end up getting that book, but I did end up getting one book from Target for $4.50, and that is Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. I again have this one as an ebook, but I haven't started reading it yet. I'm kind of waiting to see, or well, not waiting to see, but waiting to get further in, because I know the second book comes out sometime this year. I think maybe towards the end of this year. And if this is going to be a longer series, I kind of want to wait until, not the hype has gone down pretty much, but just that we're further along, so that I'm not waiting ages for the rest of the books to come out. But for $4.50, I thought I would just pick it up anyway. And I got the ebook from Kindle, I think, for like $3 or $4 as well. So yeah, I figured now I've got a physical copy, because I feel like I'm going to love this series. Even if the first book is a little slow, I do feel like sometimes that's normal. Like the first book is always, you know, you got to set so much up for a longer series, especially a romantic series or a fantasy series where you've got to explain the world that you're in. So yeah, I was excited to pick this for $4.50. And usually, you know, when you got clearance books, the last few books that are on the shelf are kind of like the busted up books, but this one looks perfect. So $4.50 for that. And I'm super excited to actually read this one. I might start reading this one this year. And then, yeah, I'll just end up waiting for the rest. I don't know how many are going to be in this series, but yeah, since the second one is actually coming out this year and we have a date for it, hopefully it doesn't get pushed back, but I might start on that book this year. And then that was all I got from Target. And then I went to Big W. So I'm going to have a drink. So the reason I went to Big W to buy my books is, one, because they've got generally a better selection than like Kmart or Target. But I also do the rewards points for like the Big W, Woolies sort of chains. And I had $20 of credit basically sitting there to use, so I figured that's a free book. So I thought at least I'd look at buying four was my cap at Big W, because there's so many books that I want there. Like my wish list for like Big W is about 200 books long, and that is literally nearly all of everything that's on my wish list. But the 4 books that I got are all romantasy, I believe. Yep. And I was debating on whether I wanted to get books that are new, probably not going to be at the op shops recently, but ones that I really, really want to read and get to soon, or buying books that I have read and loved and want a physical copy of that I will continually reread. So I almost got The Wolf King and The Night Prince in Lauren Palfremino, I think that's her last name. I'm probably completely saying that wrong. But yeah, in that series, I've listened to the audiobooks, and I will probably listen to the audiobook for the third one when it comes out again this year, I believe. But I absolutely love those. They are just so like old school paranormal romance is the best way I can describe them. And I absolutely ate it up, and I love that series. So I really want to get the physical copy of those books, especially with the covers that they have now, because I absolutely love the covers. But I'm worried that by the time the third book comes out, which I think will be the last one, I'm pretty sure it's just a trilogy, that they might change the covers. Hopefully not, because I really like the look of the ones that they've got there. But I was debating on whether getting those 2 books, and ultimately I decided to just get all new books. So the first one that I got is Air of Illusion by Madeline Taylor. And this one is our FMC has some sort of illusion power, and she's tied to a king, and then someone comes in, a mysterious handsome reaper from Death's Realm arrives, and I think he's trying to either kill her or whatever, but she's going to try and use him to help her get away from this king. At least that is the generalized idea of what I think this book is about. I don't actually know, so don't quote me on any of this, but yeah, if that's the premise, it just sounds awesome. That sounds right up my alley. And again, this is obviously a book 1 because it's got a little 1 here, so I don't know how many there will be in this series. I just kind of picked up ones that I've heard good things about and just sounded really intriguing. And so, yeah, I really want to get to these books that I've just bought. Oh, there's a plane. Hopefully you can't hear it. But yeah, these ones are probably going to be ones that I read sooner rather than later because, yeah, I'm just so excited to get into these books. And yeah, oh, there's like art. Well, that's cool. I didn't realize. Oh yeah. See, like, how good is this? And this is just a traditional like paperback. It's not even like a special edition. So yeah, that is the first one that I got. The second one, this one's a short one, but it is The Lies That Summon the Night by Tassonia Adet. I haven't read from her before. I don't think I've read from any of these authors yet. But yeah, this one is such a small book. She's a short one, but all I know about this is that art in this particular world is forbidden because it attracts like demonic creatures if you do art. And I just thought this was such a cool premise. I don't know if it's an adult fantasy or if it's like a new adult or YA, but I don't know, the premise sounded awesome. It is a tiny book, which is amazing. I don't know if this is going to be a series or if it's just a standalone, but if this is a standalone, this is going to be like almost a 4-star on its own, just based on the size and the fact that I don't have to sit down and wait 5 years for a 5-book series. I miss standalones. I do, like standalones, duologies, maybe a trilogy. But yeah, these long series, as much as I love them, I also kind of resent them a little bit. I kind of just want a one and done book every now and again. And yeah, I feel like this could be, I could be lying, but this could be a standalone book. And the fact that it's kind of short, this is probably going to be the first book that I read out of this stack. And then the next one, I had never heard of this book. It is Sight Unseen by Alexis Marie. And from the Goodreads reviews, it sounds like this is a debut book for this particular author. And a lot of the reviews were advanced reader copies, so ARCs. And this book only just come out in March, so there weren't a huge amount of reviews on there, and a lot of the reviews were from the advanced copies. So I'm intrigued to see how this book goes just in general, but it is based, it's a little bit sounding like magical realism. I don't know if it's like fully fantasy based or if it's just a little bit fantasy based, but our FMC in this is cursed. And she goes to work for this single dad to tutor his son. And she's got some sort of curse, or there's like a serial killer out to get her. And so they're trying to work together to break the curse that she has. And I don't know, the guy has like some dark, mysterious past as well. But I don't know. I'm probably not selling it too well, but it just sounded amazing. And I'm super intrigued. And I believe, according to some of the reviews, this particular author had done some fanfic online as well. So yeah, some people might have actually heard of her, but I have not. But I'm super, super excited to get into this book. It sounds very intriguing. And then the last one I've got was Claire Sager's King of Ravens. And again, I've heard so many good things about this book and I really can't wait to get into it myself. But I believe, again, this is another romantasy where our FMC is dying and our MMC comes along, whether he's meant to like reap her or I don't know. But anyway, some sort of like King of the Dead arrives to give her a choice. Descend to the underworld to be his bride, or he'll take her family instead. I love a dark romance. I love a dark fantasy romance. I love fantasy. Oh, I'm just so excited to get to all of these books. So that were the 5 books that I got today. So each of the, so $4.50 for Devney Perry, and then these 4 were $18 each. So $72 for the 4 books, but then I only paid $52 because I had the $20 off. So roughly, what's that? 50, 25, 13 bucks each, roughly, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. So yeah, not too bad. So I'm happy with my entire collection there. All right, guys, if you can hear my washing in the background, I'm sorry, but I just got a delivery and I'm super excited and I want to open it up. So I have bought clothes from this site before. It's from Books with Jess. Unfortunately, they are closing down, so I thought before they closed down they were doing a last minute sale, and I thought I'd pop on and grab a couple of things. But yeah, so Books with Jess, unfortunately, I don't know when they're going to close up their website, but I think it's going to be soon. And when I'm filming this versus when I'm posting this, it's going to have like a bit of time between it. So yeah, which is disappointing. You never want to see a small business close, but considering I don't know why it's closing, you know, maybe it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, you know, they're moving on to something else. But I bought a couple things and thought I would show you guys. So one of the two of the tops that I own, there's one that's got like bubble writing. I think it says bookish or something along with books, and then I've got an embroidered jumper that's grey with like paperback something on it. Those were also from this same website. So I grabbed 3 things off of this site, and I don't remember how much I spent, but it was under $100, so that's good. So the first thing that I got was a jumper that says, "We'll yap about books." This one's just a plain grey, my spin cycle's on, so it's probably going to be loud. But these were all tops that they had on clearance, so they came really quickly. It wasn't like last minute designs that they're going to actually embroider. Okay, so now that the washing is just going to be incredibly loud, I can't really do much about it, but I got this one. This is a medium. I have a large, I believe, in one of the others, and then the other one was an extra large, but it was also already a sale item, so it was just that size available. So this is a medium. This one has been knocked down a couple of times. It says $49 on the tag, but I only ended up paying $29. My voice is just disappearing. So I paid $84 all up, and that includes $12 shipping, so $72. So this one was $29 for this one, and it says, "We'll yap about books." And then I grabbed a t-shirt. This is a large, and it's a light blue, and it says Yavalia, which has sort of like a light purple sort of, purple font. And my brain didn't want to work then. And so Yavalia is from Quicksilver, if you have read that. It's one of the places in there, in that book. And this is such a nice top. I think it's like, ooh, it's 100% cotton. So yeah, this feels really nice. This one was $8 on clearance. And then the last one I got, I've got the prices here, which is what I'm checking. For $35 is a jumper. So this one's a hoodie. It's kind of like this, almost like dark gray. It's not quite a black, as you can see. This is a large, and it's not an embroidered one, but a printed one that says Book Club, Read, Rest, Repeat. And then it's got Melbourne on it, which I thought was fun because even though I don't live in Melbourne, it is close to where I live comparatively for like a major city in each state. So yeah, this one was $35, which I thought was a really good price for the quality as well. This is really nice. It's a blend, a poly cotton blend. And I love tags that rip off so easily, but this was a large and a medium in the other jumper, and then a large in the t-shirt. Oh, the tag come out really easy for that one too, even though I didn't mean to pull it out. So yeah, one t-shirt, which is cute. I don't have a lot of color t-shirts, but I think being a large this will be all right because I hate anything tight under the armpits. I'm such a sweaty person. And then this last one as well. So yeah, sad that a small business is closing down, but I got some good bargains. So, you know, you got to take the good with the bad, I guess. But hopefully they're on to bigger and better things. And that is my little haul portion of the video. So normally I try to do secondhand books. So I've ordered 3 books. I have 2 today, which I ordered from the Nile. One was a pre-order, so it should be on the way very shortly. But I thought it might be fun to open it up with you guys. As much as I'm not usually one to go out of my way to get new books, I still do buy new books, but I try to prioritize second-hand books. But let me just struggle with that first. But I am trying to recollect the Immortals After Dark series by Kresley Cole because they're basically being re-released with illustrated covers, and the covers are just stunning. And I stopped collecting the physical books because the covers changed, and I don't know if that was on purpose because like the storyline sort of took a turn, like not a bad turn, it just changed the trajectory of the story, like the overall story. So I don't know if that's why the covers changed, but in the end, I was just stopping collecting books at that point because I'd grown out of my space, and then I was in the middle of moving and then building this place. So yeah, I now have the space for it, and they're bringing out these new covers. So eventually I'm going to recollect the entire series, and hopefully they go all the way through to the ones that she's still writing. And then this year around July, she's releasing Ravenous, which sort of sounds like it's in a similar world, but also maybe different realm or something. So super excited to see what that one is about as well. So anyway, that's me just talking up a storm, but here is the books. I'm always nervous to buy books online. I bought this from a bookstore, so I knew it would be packaged pretty good, but like ones that you can get from maybe Big W or Kmart or something. So it comes with a bookmark. So this is cute if you're either a cat person or a dog person. And then, oh yes, offers for like meal things that you get in everything. So this is book 1 and book 4. So this is book 1. Like, how stunning is this? So beautiful. And then this is the other one. This one's a little bit damaged on the back, which is annoying. It's just got a little tear in it. But I don't think it's worth, I don't know. I'll stew on that for a little bit and see if it's worth getting a new one. But the covers are fine. And I'm not too precious. Like, I don't want to destroy my books. But like, I'm not too precious about cracking spines and whatever. Like, if you look at any of my other books, the spines are all cracked, and these aren't exactly, you know, floppy books. So the spines are probably going to get cracked, and I will be rereading these. Like, this one's not as bad. This one's literally like got nothing. But yeah, I have one other one that is on the way. It hasn't actually been sent yet, but it should have been released today, so depending on when I get the notification for that, I will pop that one in, but it is also the next book in this particular series as well. I don't know where I left off last time. I can't remember. Probably it was long enough ago that I am now back in the same spot, probably with the same outfit on, but who knows? Anyway, I have finally got that book that has been delivered. This packaging is certainly interesting. And then I also bought a new book from Kmart. It was on clearance for $10. So I got Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. They're slowly bringing out this trilogy in paperback and hardback, but yeah, I'm going to collect the paperback editions so that I can read that series as well. But let's open up this one. So I already know what it is, obviously. It is the Immortals After Dark book, the most recent one. The cover has been redone. Oh, it's like grippy on the inside. Ugh, it's like a beeswax sort of feeling. Was not prepared for that. But I mean, it holds the book in well, which is good. We've got the same little bookmark that they gave last time, which is cute. I'm sure I'll use that if I lose the others. And then this is the cover. Dark Desires After Dusk is the book that we got this time. And I've already seen the cover for the next book as well. It's a little bit different, like same sort of style of illustration, but just the layout's a little bit different than the others. But yeah, definitely still awesome, and I can't wait for it to come out. These books though are like zero flop. It's like so stiff. But anyway, once I read it, I'm sure the spine will probably be cracked, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm super happy with this. And actually this kind of like packaging was all right for a single book, because that's one thing I'm really cautious about when it comes to getting books delivered, because even though I buy a lot of secondhand books, which means they already come pretty beat up and damaged sometimes, but if I'm spending my money on a new book, I want it to be pretty well perfect. And when I don't have the option to pick it out myself and to make sure it gets to me safely, like the bookstores that I buy from might actually have the best process of keeping things as safe as possible, but that doesn't mean that the delivery services are doing the same, and things just get damaged in the process. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. So I bought these books all from the Nile, which is I don't know if they're a physical store somewhere, but they're definitely an online bookstore. So yeah, my two little purchases today to add into the video. And I will have to eventually, I've just got them all piled up. Some of the secondhand book hauls that I've already hauled, the piles from that are just sort of sitting everywhere in the book room. So I may have to, I don't know, do a sort of reset in there at some point. But yeah, that is it for this little clip, and I honestly don't know what's coming next, so surprise for both of us. All right guys, thank you so much again for hopefully not feeling too thrown around by all the clips in this video, but I hope you had a good time watching today anyway. Other than just with books, I think most of the stuff should still be available on websites. If you are interested, check out the Nile. They are at least an online bookstore. Like I said, I don't know if they're an online and a physical bookstore, but they have some pretty comparative prices. I wouldn't say it's necessarily competitive, but for a actual bookstore and not like a Big W or Kmart or something, their prices are pretty good, and they have a decent selection as well. So yeah, that is it from me. Hopefully you get some comfy cozy merch, or you pick up a 5-star read the next time you grab a book, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.